Hello there and welcome back to my little art room. I hope you don't mind today. I'm not going to be talking at the camera as I'm often known to do. I'm just going to ramble on in your ear instead. So it's just a voiceover today while I show you the much more thorough process of this piece, because often I kind of don't show the full process, and that's a shame sometimes, so I thought it would be nice and interesting. And I hope that this is quite a calm, like cozy video for you, where I'm going to just chat about various things. So this piece was drawn initially just in pencil, 6B and 7B. It happens to be Caran d'Ache, these pencils, but I do also like Faber-Castell, and any pencils really. I'm not particularly fussed, but I do tend to choose those two brands quite often. I really love pencil. It's the humble hero of the art world in my opinion, and I've never found a tool to eclipse pencil for me. I just really love the feel of drawing in pencil and the incredible range you can create with pencil. It was really nice how this piece flowed while I was drawing it in a way that things hadn't flowed in a very long time, and it was nice to feel that connection to my work and to the drawing, especially for something that was meaningful, that was that mattered, that was about a very important group of people. And so I was really glad to feel that connection again while making this. I drew this as a support piece for trans people, and it's a simple drawing. It's not like a comic, which is what I often make, or something with a lot of text or anything like that, but I think sometimes a single image can obviously say so much, and I think it was also the mindset I was in at the time. I'd been resting and I wanted to create this restful image that was quiet and about the right of people to have that peace and safety, and to just be able to exist and live their lives without being hounded by these people that want to make their lives miserable or get in the way of them being themselves. So I think at the time I just felt more drawn to a single image than to a comic, which was interesting. And it's like, on another note, I was thinking how recently I've been thinking a lot about identity and my sense of self, and kind of how fiercely protective of it I've become, because I think it's something that can take a really, really long time to develop, and to grow and to know about yourself, and it's always going to change, as you grow up and you go through life, and equally there's things about yourself that are going to absolutely stay core to who you are. And I noted in myself recently that I am so protective of myself, like being myself. I think because I didn't feel that I could be for a long time. And I've had quite a lot of sort of change in my life recently, and I think it's made me frightened that I'm going to lose some of that sense of self. And then I kind of sat down to make this video, and I thought about trans people and how their search for themselves must have been such a difficult journey, and how incredibly awful it must be to constantly be fought and questioned and diminished, for who they want to be. And I think it's just inhuman the way that we the way that society, wants to diminish who people are and to change who people are to fit, a more simple norm that they can control and understand better. And yeah, I think I did write something again. I wrote here, it's only a few thoughts, don't worry. Who we are, our identity is the shape of our existence. It's absolutely who we are as beings on the planet. To erode or deny the rights of those who want to live as themselves, you are challenging their very existence. It is completely inhuman to deny or try to silence people's true selves, and encourages a world of control, where those who cannot fit into the pre-decided norms of society will never truly be able to live in it, whether their souls are crushed into conformity or they are simply pushed to the outside. It is surely a crime against humanity whenever people with their diversity, differences, varied perspectives and experiences, psychologies, knowledge, identities, senses of self, curiosities and passions, couldn't possibly fit any more words in there, are asked to extinguish their light in favour of a duller, darker and more painful world that is easier to control and bend to will. So yeah, those were just the beginnings of some thoughts, and I thought it was just quite relevant to this. It's really relevant because, this is about the right to be yourself, the right to exist as you want to exist. It's central to human life as a human being, and I think that needs to be taken extremely seriously. I don't know how it can't be, really, but for some reason a lot of people don't think it is. I can't understand the world, really. Just some final notes on the drawing before I run out of time. I coloured this digitally, as I'm sure you've seen. I quite like doing that because it's quite hard to traditionally colour pencil drawing without losing some of the kind of look of the pencil, so I quite like doing this. Also, I'm able to kind of draw from a colour palette that I often use, so it allows things to stay quite consistent, which is nice. But yes, I was pleased with the final thing. And may trans people live in peace and safety was the message I decided to go with at the bottom. And yeah, that's what I'll leave you with today. Thank you for watching, and I actually hope to get some prints of this done very soon, so please keep an eye on my shop if you're interested. Thanks so much, and till next time.